Oh, that's perfect. But what an incredible result that can only be described as this is the best that it's ever been, right? It's easy to say. Let me bring you down a little bit let me bring down a little bit of memory lane with how this happened. We started. Oh, I gotta lower this. We started Extra Life in 2016. In 2016, I was in Mugini's basement, and we streamed 7 Days to Die, other games that we play. I can't even remember all the games we played, but the point was that the games that we played, it was poorly optimized. I didn't prepare for it. I didn't get anything ready for it. We just went with it and prayed that it was gonna do well. And wait, what the heck was that? Hold on, reopen, close tab. What was that one? Oh, that was chat. Nice. Oh, someone drew a Squirtle in there. That's cool. Beautiful. But we essentially went from in a basement of just like us three playing games, single mic, no Discord, nothing like that. We moved into not Skeletor's basement, built the first iteration of the marathon that I wanted it to be, did the best that we could with it, and then we built another marathon where we said, let's just keep it local. Let's keep it at my house. We'll make do with the room that we have. We'll make do with the resources that we have, the internet instability, friends coming over to the house, us playing in the basement still, right? Then we take it to 2018, where we hit that benchmark, and then 2019, where I say, game day is not enough. I want more. So we bring it out. We start in October with Snow Bear. We bring it to a full month of marathoning. And we crush it. Everybody's having fun. Everybody's coming up with great ideas to play. We have these multitude of events that we can do throughout game day weekend. Friday to Sunday, my girlfriend's here, Maya's here. We're playing, we're having fun, we're doing it local. We have all these connections. We buy these extension cords. We buy these connectors so we can play older games. We get it all set up. And then after that, I said, this is fantastic, but I want more. I want a marathon. I want an actual marathon. I want one where people will be more flexible, where we can actually get more time for people. You know, it's a busy time, October, November. So I'm like, well, what if we started earlier? What if we just go back to August? What if I want to start in July even, but I said, let's be realistic and give myself an actual time frame. And we'll just see when we can start, and we'll just make it work. We'll talk to people, see what is going on. And, you know, now after that year, after 2019, I start looking at more people who are raising money for charity, but I also start meeting more and more streamers who are serious about their content, who want to make something of themselves. And that's not anything against those who don't, but these people were serious about charity. It wasn't just a thing for them to advertise. They're not looking at my average and going, oh baby, because it's not like it's my average is going to be like, oh baby, time to grow. No. But what I wanted to have is a bunch of people in the marathon who saw it the same way as I did, where it's a charity for a cause. Why do I still have the boy? What? I've been advertising the bikes for 4 hours. That's free, sir. You better be taking that. But I said I want people who are serious about this. I want people who can run this, who can bring me something that we could do. I will talk with them. I will try something new. I will break out of my shell. I will go into the denizens of a brand new Nuzlocke racing format. I will go into the denizens of Kingdom Hearts 2. I'll go into the denizens of Wind Waker. I'll go into the denizens of creating a tournament out of Animal Crossing. I'll go into full item rando. Battleships. Catch 'em all. These things that were never on the channel. And I worried because I'm like, well, I don't know if this is good or not, because it's too risky, right? No one's seen these games. Nobody's gonna want to play them with me. Nobody's gonna want like someone's gonna join me. Like Gam wants to do catch 'em all and all this stuff, but like, why would anybody care when I'm a Nuzlocke channel? Why would I, when I feel like I've hit a plateau that why should I start mixing it up when nobody's gonna actually care? People want to see what I can do. People want to see what I've done, and they expect all these wacky games and stuff like that, but it just never felt enough. And it was that point when I realized that I would be contradicting myself if I didn't follow the same words that I said when COVID started back in March. Yes, I panicked. Yes, I was upset. I was upset at others. I still am upset at others. I was worried about my loved ones, people I know, you know, hearing about people in chat who suffer from COVID, personally, familially, friends. You read about it online. All this worry settled in, but every day I would sit down on stream and have this link saying, nothing's impossible until you prove it's impossible. And I'm a stubborn man. I don't like saying something is impossible until I actually feel like it's impossible. And when I sat down in that in June, and over to July, it hit me and said, hey, dumbass, for once, don't be a hypocrite. I've wanted to not be a hypocrite for years. I am a giant hypocrite. I'm a walking hypocrite. I think I do it to troll. I think I do it to be funny. But there are some things where I can't walk the walk. I talk it, but I can't walk it. And whether it's because I ask or I try to gain more than I actually can manage, or I'm too afraid of what I can achieve with it, and then I become typecast as some, you know, wacky facial expression, super mega odd, like you know, ego out the wazoo type of character, and that's gonna hurt my reputation with other people that I know. Like, all of these things would swirl in my head. But when I asked myself, I said, well, what are you gonna do then? You're unemployed. You have no money in the bank. Your career's looking bleak. And you have a future that you want. And what's the one thing that you can control and make work for someone else? What is the one thing to prove to yourself that you can prove to other people that you give enough shits? We're done extra life, I can swear now. But what's the one thing that you can do to show to others that you're serious, and that even if you're a hypocrite, even if you're goofy, if you don't hear what other people are saying half the time, you make the silliest mistakes, that you mean well, and that you can prove it to others that your cause is bigger than what people will ever expect of you. And in that state, I told myself extra life. I told myself ProPokeNoob. I told myself December. And then I realized that doing all of that was like 8 months out of the year. Almost 9 months out of the year. And then with vacations and stuff like that, it was almost like, wow, I just took myself from thinking that I'm not doing new things and not trying to enhance or even just push. Even if it's the same, you want to make it different, right? And if it's different, different is going to still be comfortable. I don't believe everything has to grow every single year, but I do believe that the care has to grow every year. That the heart has to grow. You have to care for your art. And that's what I wanted from Extra Life this year. I wanted this to be huge. Not money-wise. I wanted multiple collaborations. I wanted new games. I wanted ideas I couldn't even possibly fathom that I would be interested in. I wanted it. So I reached out. And now here we are sitting November 8th, 2020, on a 3-month marathon, with me actually sleeping at night, not panicking, not like, you know, yeah, this morning kind of sucked because I didn't have my phone plugged in. But here I was, going from, I don't know if I can do it or deserve it, to now just saying, I don't know if I deserve it. I'm not perfect. But I know I can do it now. And I want to do it. And even if I had had that original goal of $1,000. And even if I speak all this now and then I slip into another cycle of going, I don't think I could do this. This year proved that my fear of me wasting my time and not making something of this is nothing now. Because even if we never raise $2,500 again, even if we never raised it again, if I come into next year and we hit back down to the 700s, if I run the same show and I see the same amount of elation from chat, from people that I play with, from people hearing me in the freaking house, if people are enjoying it, we cannot fail. There is no way of failing when you're never losing. We've won today, chat. We have won. We have won Extra Life 2020. And I'm not talking about the number. I am talking we have created something so spectacular to say not only are we a competitive marathon that, in my opinion, deserves even a little bit of attention, but it excites me for future marathons where we can have more and more people join it. And we still do the same thing, but different. We raise money for the kids, maybe the same game, but you know what's different? Our care for it rises. The heart will always be bigger. And originally, like I said, I started charity because I wanted a slight business move. It wasn't the main intention, but it was a secondary intention. You know that as a stream, I want this to be profitable in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not full-time, but I'd like this to be profitable. And I've tried my best to invest into that. And part of that was making sure that this charity would be the best, but not because I want to get noticed. It's because I want everyone to know that if you think that I didn't give a crap about this, you're wrong. And if you think that anything like COVID is going to stop us, not me, you're wrong. Numbers mean nothing. If you need an example of what it means to be small, or what it means to feel insignificant, if you shrink your perspective and you take a look and you think that even though on game day they raised $12 million and we only have $2,500 of that, imagine the kid you then tell that you raised $2,500. I guarantee you that child will roll out of bed and look like they were healed completely. The smiles on their face. They would think $10 is incredible. And that's why I do this. $2, $5, $100, $1,000, $2,500, and $26. It makes a difference. And that exactly reflects why Twitch is a powerhouse. Why this community is a powerhouse. I'm going to use a bit of an American term, but we the Nooblets is truly strong in this. Yes, we don't hang out on Discord every night. Maybe we don't talk in the sub-Discord. Maybe we don't do that many things together. And yet here we are coming back when I click that live button. And everybody's just hanging out. Where else are you going to find that? Off of Twitch. It's not common. And in an age where we need this happiness and we need this strength in this unity, yeah, we're not talking like we're all going out, we're supporting protests and we're making in, we're walking forward. No. But we have created a space where people can enter and they feel serene. They feel excited again. They feel empowered. They feel motivated. For God's sake, I brought Fedora back into streaming for, like, Like, the man literally told me that his love for streaming came back when, of all things, he was the one who revived my love for streaming. The fact that Gamma hadn't touched streaming for so long, fired it up, watched all of his OGs come back and hang out and chat with him, watching him play a catch-em-all, busting his ass to try and catch Pokemon. He didn't have to be the better of me. He didn't have to be better. He didn't have to be good. He was the best because he did his best. Why would you ever ask anything else from anybody else? Ever. And then we have Chocobos. Like, I just met this man. I don't even remember how I met this man. I don't remember how I met him. Just like Boy, 'cause I didn't realize it's been 3, or Pine, right? I didn't realize I've watched him for 3 years. But Chocobos cares so damn much about his stream. As weird as it sounds, he reminds me of me when I started. Where it's like all these great ideas are coming out, and it's just like, you're not looking at it and going, man, I wish he could get past year 1 of that. No, I'm going like, this man is pulling all the right moves. He's doing all the right things. His skill is impeccable when it comes to graphics. His ability to carry a show, to integrate his family, his cat Soba, his wife, his friends. Doesn't matter how many numbers he gets. The man came on and gave me an idea, said, let's do an Emerald Draft race. And I'm like, okay, that sounds great. And even though the rules needed modifying and we didn't really know exactly what to do, we did it. 3 days. 2.5, but 3 days. And he carried that show as hard as he could. Like, this man's doing a marathon. That's risky, man. Have you ever been on someone else's channel to try and do something with them? It's terrifying. Especially when you're not the organizer. It was astounding. And then there's Mr. Video Editor / Tournament Organizer / Nuzlocker to be, Nuzlocke Master to be, over here in Broken, where I don't even remember that we did our event. And I always forget them. It's just a meme at this point. But like, Broken has taken his passion and has shoved it into his stream so deep, his computer literally breathes Twitch. It breathes content creation. Broken is driven beyond all imagination. He came and said, yeah, let's get this done. And we had like 4 weeks. And I wanted to run an Animal Crossing tournament. He's like, I want to do it with you. I'm like, go, let's go. And we did it. The fact that he reorganized his house, he took on the bigger projects. I took on the smaller projects because I didn't have as much time. The man took on the bigger projects, still working, still streaming, got it in order, made it the best that he could, the best that Animal Crossing allowed for. Named a 2-time champion. And we organized people together. Made up for things that hit us on the day. The man kept us cool. It was professional as all hell. And that's what I needed. I needed another professional soul to help me work through these things when things were going to collapse. Broken won that weekend. He won that day. We had Snow Bear. Man works nights. He woke up to do that run. And yeah, he crushed me. But he still wanted to participate. He made it work. He made the time work. And he gave us what he could. And that added to the event. It was like a legacy. It was like a splash of legacy. It was beautiful. You know, Sobear and I don't really have times that coincide with each other. I don't do Randomania much anymore, and Randomania doesn't really happen. That's kind of what unified us. You know, it'd be me and Nish and kind of Snowbear talking here and there, running bingos together, stuff like that. We do it with Zonic, we do it with Dark Rit, Bad News Nate, stuff, people like this, and you know, that's what brought us in. You know, I knew a lot about Snowbear before, and then once we got in with Bad News Nate and Dark Rit and people like that, you know, we started playing more, and it became that kind of, you know, that friendship. That's just, you know, we're there for each other. And I don't see that breaking anytime soon. Link! Jesus Christ, Link. Holy crap. Oh my god, dude. You're an absolute mad lad for taking on battleships, practicing it, making the time, and busting through. The amount of holdback that you had to have with that swearing was astounding. Absolutely astounding. I don't know if you guys know this, but Link, even if he doesn't stream that often, when he streamed, and when he's in PokeLink, and when he would help me with all the issues with PokeLink, and the man would just talk to me randomly, the guy is, as he would say, a real lad. He cares about everybody in here. He cares about this channel. And he's caring about Extra Life. Telling me like, yeah, post it in PokeLink, you know, just let it go and stuff like this, and we'll bring the people in for you, right? The man literally just pulled it out, and he's like, yeah, we'll just help you out. And I'm like, why? You know, I'm not paying Patreon. I'm not doing anything. I don't feel like I'm doing anything special. Yeah, I use PokeLink, but many people do. It's just the fact that he believed in the cause. He wanted to help. The man is literally saying Extra Life every time I say Extra Life. That's dedication, and not even in like a sarcastic way. That's true dedication. As cheesy as it was, every time he did it, I just felt warmer. I'm like, the man wants to put a show on, and he's doing it. He doesn't even do it consistently as much as he used to, and he's doing it. That's astounding to me. Raz, oh my god, Raz dealt with me for 14 goddamn weeks, helping me learn Wind Waker. We both got frustrated at times, not with each other, but with the game. It would piss us off. And yet, she gave it her all. And I don't want her to feel bad. I hope she doesn't feel bad for not being here or not being able to. She was supposed to be part of the game show, but she got busy with school, and I hope she doesn't feel bad. Because she gave to this stream one of the largest fundraising events we've ever had. That fundraising was almost as much as all of 2019. It was $650. That's extraordinary. Everyone in chat killed it with that bid war. She tried to get the streaming going with her internet. She wanted to make it work. She helped me speedrun Bratz, and that's pretty impressive. Dear God. Raz is a kind soul. She was gonna make me. I asked her if she could make music for the game show. She couldn't do it. But the fact that she was gonna give it to me for free, when I told her I want to pay her, and she's like, "No, I'm gonna do it for free," and I'm like, "You're nuts." But thank you. That's like, literally, we're in an age where music is getting attacked all over the place, and she wanted to give it to me for free. I told her, like, I didn't do anything. Why would you give it to me for free? She wanted to help Extra Life. I'm not happy about it. I want to pay for it, but she was there. She would listen to, she would listen to me multiple nights, going through frustrations, you know, having some really bad spells, and she was there as a friend. Even when she had her own things, she would still take time and do her best to help me out. She gave us the graphics for the schedule, right? I put in the words, but she helped me modify that graphic because I couldn't do it, right? Like, she gave to this so much, and she made it work too. In crappy internet, being stuck at home with her with COVID messing up all of her school plans. Like, this is astounding how much she did for this event. It's incredible. Pruden! You want to talk about another hero? Pruden put up with me. That Kingdom Hearts 2 rando royally thrashed my hiney. Destroyed me. It filled me with a feeling of loss that I haven't had in a very long time. Like loss in the sense of like I'm getting my ass kicked and I can't take this, right? And rather than rubbing it in my face or, you know, seriously saying get good, practice more, stuff like this, he rolled with it. He didn't have to roll with it. He helped me. He answered every single question that I asked, and I ask a lot of questions. Like, oh yeah, that's true, we can change that. I forgot. That's true, officer. I'll have to change that. But like, Prudent, you didn't even know me that well. He doesn't even know me that well. I don't know him that well. As much as I joke about the drinks and stuff like that, the man is another guy. He's like Link. That's why him and Link are friends, because they care so much about each other. It's incredible how much care comes out of PokeLink, and you can see why he has just such high regard given to him from everybody who knows him. You know, like, what can you say that's against him? He's a friend? He's a bud? He's just a professional. You know? Marie. Hey, Marie needed a haircut. She got it done. It's all good. She is free of the weight. But, I mean, people didn't have to offer that up. She offered up. Gamma did want to do the sandwich, right? Broken came up with some incentives for that extra, for the Animal Crossing. Now we got Animal Crossing 2021 we got to look at. Marie chopped off the hair. Raz almost had to play as Sans from Undertale. The Superman sandwich, or in my case, you know, Ant-Man sandwich. American Superman sandwich, of course. I'm trying to think. What else have I forgotten? Who have I forgotten? I know I've forgotten somebody before I even get to the event. Like, that's how big this was. Like, that's how big this event was. It actually requires tracking. That was during Extra Life. I want to make sure I get everybody before Extra Life. Before. Let's get everybody who collaborated before. Doesn't make it any less, but I don't want to forget anybody. Let's see here. Anish! Oh my god, Anish! Anish did one too, the Classico! He brought back the El Classico! That's right! The dude just wanted a normal run. He's like, let's do it. And I'm like, yes. And he was motivated. He actually, and I don't know if he wants anybody to know this, but I'm gonna tell you anyways. He was on a huge break from Pokemon. He didn't want to come back and play Pokemon. But he said, you know what would be great, Noob? If we could just play Pokemon the way it was before. We just play it vanilla. Just straight vanilla, no speed up, no speed choice, we just do it. And at first I'm like, Anish, you're mad. But he's right. That was where we came from. Anish and I played competitive together. Right? We played a lot of stuff together. It was back to roots for us. It was just back to me and Anish sitting in a call. We used to sit at like 4 in the morning, him and I just talking all the time. And now we don't really share that much time together in a call. But the fact that him and I could just sit there and just shoot jokes left and right, have fun over a game. The man broke his hiatus for that. He didn't have to. And he did. And whether he's listening to this our season in post, like, you know, it's just good to know that older knew that we could still feel like nothing's changed between us, you know? It was cool. It was just like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying yes to a vanilla, like, no speed choice run. That's nuts. How could I refuse, you know? Like, it's a niche. I wanted to play with them. And it didn't matter what we were doing. And then we get to this marathon. Ooh, baby! You know, there's not a lot to talk about the story between Suwako and I. He's my mod, I'm his friend, he's my friend. We talk a lot outside of stream. The man's a good dude. The man's been there for me when he's needed it, when I needed it. He has, even if he's a giant troll and a jackass sometimes, and gets me killed in Risk and Deep Rock Galactic and Risk of Rain 2. What's life without spice? No, but seriously, man, thank you for coming out for Stick Fight and you know, buying that for me last Christmas. And I felt bad not playing it, but you came on and we had a lot of fun. And that's what I wanted. I just wanted it to be a giant laugh fest, and we got that, right? And you know, I'm just glad that we were able to share that, dude. Pruden! Link! Soulblade! My friends! I trolled you during Extra Life. And you sat there and took it. You bared and grinned, and you kind of like, you know, complained here and there, but that doesn't matter. Everyone's gonna complain about pain, duh. But you literally were the best. Like, you just sat there like, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, and rather than stopping, you still did it. You're nuts. I don't even know that many people would just like listen to me and be like, yeah, by the way, on the day, time to set up ways to make you hate yourself. Link hit the X button. Pruden got lost in Crystal. Soulblade was just too far behind, and yet these guys didn't quit. Not right away. They toughed it out. And you have no idea how appreciative I am of that, man. Like all three of you. Like that's just like, I've had people quit on me on charities, right? Where like they leave an hour or two and I'm like, okay. Right? Because it was all about the competition. This wasn't about competition. It was just 4 dudes playing bingo. Like we used to when we did it for PokeLink tournaments. Right? And it didn't even have to be because of PokeLink tournaments. It didn't have to be bingo. It's just the fact that we got back together. We brought the boys back together and just had a damn old good time with it. Like, I know, Pruden, I know. And I'm not, don't worry, don't take that, like, I'm so happy with the amount of devotion that you put in and the amount of time that you wanted to invest in that when you didn't have to. You didn't. You could have left, Link could have left an hour after hitting the X button. Or whatever. Like, yeah, you left an hour, or you could have left an hour after the X button. Soulblade didn't have to do this. I asked about a whim. He's like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, you're nuts. How? Why? Oh, trust me, Soul. I want to bring back bingos and just a bunch of stuff. It was just, I'm just ever grateful that in such short time, everyone just agreed and we made the times work, and I made sure that everybody's comfortable. I made the time fit so that Link could come in, and the man's like, yeah, I'll make it work. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna make it work. And went from there. Broke it with the Challenge Cup tournament. His idea. His running. Cover for commentary. My throat was killing me. It still is killing me, by the way. It's really bad right now. But like Broken said, he was at the ending of every single day, and it's like, why? It's unbelievable, really. It's almost like he ran the thing with me. That's what it felt like. He was like a he was like a co-manager. That's so cool. He didn't cause any problems, didn't get in the way. If anything, he was always helping. Open to ideas, open to suggestions. He plays ball. And that's super neat. Millibug? Literally bringing in the cavalry of donations, but also bringing in the cavalry of support. New faces. Tons of fun. Friendly competition. Trolling all around. Millie is a lovely soul. I mean that. Millie is a teacher. And she went through something similar. She had a job, right? And through complications, she doesn't. But what I was feeling, I look at her and I go, she is doing the same thing as me, and it didn't make me feel alone. I don't want her or I to be in those positions. But the amount of care she puts to that community of hers, the floaty bugs, And the fact that she wants everybody to be happy and she's herself, she doesn't put up with anyone's bullcrap. She runs a show because she owns the show. And I can respect that because I do the same thing and she goes all in with it. She's killing it. And I want her to continue to kill it. And the reason why I wanted to stream with her on top of just like always wanting to stream it with her and wanting to like experience what her community would be like with my community and stuff like this. It's just like I wanted it because I look up to what she does. Not in a way of like I want to be her. No, it's like it's just so cool to see people who I went to even a Stream Coach Academy with. She was in my same group. That's how I met her. We were in the same class. You can call it that. And it's just like, I knew from the beginning when everyone was answering kind of half-assedly, there were two people I met. Little One You Are and Millie. And Millie's answers and Millie's passion was something that revived me in the streaming realm because I was like, dudes, I just don't understand how I haven't found people who are at the level that I want to be at and I have access to them. And there's Millie. She's just like, yeah, talking and we're having fun. We're getting to know each other. I'm just like, wow, this is just a community that I want to get to know. And now she's at my charity event. And she's offering up a SteelSeries headset because of the $2,500. When she gets money for it, don't pressure her. But she will do a giveaway for the SteelSeries headset. Like, that's so generous of her. That's extraordinary. She didn't have to. She never had to. Pine? Like the pine, the visual pine. Literally. Me but sexier. Holy crap, Pine is amazing. He is another extraordinarily forward-thinking. He's a go-getter. He gets everything. He goes for it. He's not afraid to try anything. The man's got no fear, and if he does, he sure as hell hides it pretty well from me. The dude doesn't give a crap, but he cares so much at the same time. Like, I bet you if I shake hands with him, we both disintegrate out of reality. Because we're like in the same timeline. That's how it works, right? We become one. Like, if you don't watch the visual Pine, because he streams at times that I don't stream now. So, I mean, if you wanted to not, like, sacrifice one time or the other, whatever, right? Like, go check him out. He does so much work. His community is so nice. Like, they're all just great people in there. And we need spaces like that. And at first I was like, I feel pretty low energy while doing this. Yeah, pretty much that one's Duaco. Like, I was worried maybe the energy was dropping, but it's just like with Boix today. Like, I felt like, oh man, maybe I'm being over energetic, or like, oh, he's quiet, maybe I, should dial it back or stuff like that. But I realized, you know what? Visual Pine and Boix kind of share that same effect of they're more laid back. I could be too. I don't have to be screaming going, oh my god. I don't have to do that. I can actually be myself and not have to prove anything. At least I don't feel like I mean, unless you tell me otherwise, Boix. But like, I don't feel like I had to prove myself to them. That's why I wanted to stream with them. That's why I love working with them, playing with them. It's just like, I don't have to sit there and be this person that they want me to be. I can be me. And that's so cool. Like, how often do you find that? In a workplace, no less. I've never had that. I've either had to prove myself to someone or cover for someone else. I've just never had someone who's like, I've never met people who would do the job and do their best and not worry about other people's failures and pick them up when they need picking up and then just selflessly help. I've never had that in a job. Ever. This was incredible. And then Fedora broke it. My girlfriend. Oh my god, my girlfriend. Oh my god, she's listened to so much of my crap about me complaining about things, about organizing. She said something about the amount of time she knows I've been falling asleep in my chair working on this stuff. She knows that, like, she doesn't stop me. But you know why she doesn't stop me? Because she knows I want to do this. And unlike my exes, she believes in me. She believes in this. Even if it's small. Even if it stays small. She knows I need a job that has purpose, has a calling, and has an effect on other people. And she could say, well, Noob, you don't have a job. You need to go get a job. You know? Putting me on a time limit. She knows. She trusts. She trusts me. But she keeps me in check. She knows the moment I get complacent, she'll tell me. I know she will. Maybe not directly, but she'll definitely hint it, and I'll get the hint. ProPokeGirl turned my life around completely. I'm not kidding. When I started streaming, we were dating, I think. It was actually a few months into streaming, I think we started dating. Yeah, because I started in January. January 20th is our stream anniversary, and we started dating May 23rd. And she didn't ask once about streaming. Not in a bad way, but she never questioned it. She never thought about it, right? Like, it was mostly like, yeah, that's part of him, right? People ask about it. She tries to explain it to people. Yeah, you can't explain it to a bunch of 50-year-olds. They don't get it. I was waiting on drinking this. I'm drinking it now. But, like, she doesn't hide who I am from other people. And I had lived like that for decades with other relationships, with my family. You know, I have to hide that I do this. My nonna would have a goddamn heart attack hearing that I sat on the computer for 39 hours over the weekend. She'd be like, what do you mean your eyes are going to explode? You're going to get diabetes and high blood pressure. She doesn't understand. Or she doesn't understand that we take breaks. She doesn't understand. I don't blame her. But just like my grandmother, my girlfriend cares. She knows that I'll take care of myself, but she also knows that I plan this because I need to and I want to. And it's not about proving it to her, because she knows I'll do what I need to do. And she's asked me about my stuff, right? I could talk about it. I could complain about a lot of stuff. Like, and it's not a one-way street. She's got a lot of stuff to complain about too, and I gotta listen to it, and I'm okay with that. I mean, like I have to, because I want to. That came out half weird, but I'm recovering. Hole slightly dug, but just my foot got stuck. Aha! But I met her back in grade 6. Grade freaking 6. And I didn't date her until about 5 years ago. You know why? Because I'm a trash human being, and she didn't deserve that. Her father also scared me with a FedEx and all my body parts being ripped and shipped back to my parents. But I'm glad that I was scared. And I'm glad that I was nervous. And Lizzie Bear helped me get through those nervousness and tell me that if I want to date my girlfriend that I have now, that I should go for it. You know why? Because I wanted to be the best that I could be for my girlfriend. I didn't want to be the trash human being I was. I didn't want her to know that. I didn't want her to have to experience that. Because she's too damn good of a human being to deserve a man like that, or deserve a partner like that, no less. She deserves the best, and I want to give her the best. And she's given me the best. And every year, she's helped with Extra Life. Every year, she asks about December, tournaments, talks to me about this. I love you, Alex. When this shit's over, I'm hugging you so hard, I may or may not break an arm. I'm just saying. Because I miss it. And we go for our walks, and it's just the most beautiful thing ever. Yeah, he's super scary. He's like 6'3", trained in the army. I don't mess with that man. Not a chance. And he hunts, and he's got guns. Whose arm? Probably both of ours. Probably both of ours. Who else do I have to thank? Oh my god. Someone's cutting onions. Suwako, douse it in cold water. It won't shed tears. I feel bad if I forget anybody. I don't want to forget anybody. Thank you, sweetheart. Look, guys. This is not a show. This is beyond a show. This is not a showman act. Who did I miss? Who did I miss? Who did I miss? You're gonna say me, aren't you? You're gonna be super cheesy and say me, aren't you? Bastard. Also, Nictophile, I saw your message. Thank you very much, man. And Broken, I saw your message too. And Prudence message, I saw that as well. And Soulblade. I'm seeing all your messages, I'm just not responding to them right now. All right. Bring it in, chat. Come here. Come here. Come here. Bring it in. There's that kiss, Gamma. Mwah! There you go, man. Oh no, Tim has to get a squid arm transplant. The horrors. The rare pro hug. I don't hug. I don't hug. Ask anybody. I do not hug. I don't know if you guys saw it. I'm gonna kind of flex this. You know, obviously I don't take enough credit. I don't like taking credit. I do and I don't. But Extra Life said something yesterday when I posted how well we were doing. And I want to pull up that tweet. Because I want to show you what I actually mean. Everything you see here is real from me. And I would never lie about my feelings. I would never lie about what's going on. Or I'd tell you it in the nicest way possible. But I firmly believe that even if I am the one bringing everybody together, just like glue, glue doesn't have to keep pieces together. You guys take a part in it, and you make it easy. So I posted this yesterday saying I'm not even sure how many ways I could say thank you without sounding like a broken record. You are making a difference. You are helping those who need more than we do. You are the real heroes, chat. You are. And then Extra Life said, you're the hero. Thank you for all you do. And you know what I instinctively said? It's community effort. We are the Nooblets. And I would tell that to anybody. Because we are a damn good group of people. Thank you, everybody, for making Extra Life 2020 the best that it possibly could be. The fundraising is out of this world, 2.5 times my expectations, and it's not even like 200 to 600. We're talking, or 450 or whatever. We're talking, I expected 1,000, and I got 2.5 of those. I got 2.5 of those big sacks you're talking about slamming on the administrative assistant's door, on their desk, and saying, "Here, take this." It's not, Link. It's not, and we have to recognize that. But I never like ranking it. I don't want to rank the numbers. I just want to bask in the fact that we took 3 months and we made it the best damn thing that we could for kids everywhere. Sick kids and just Extra Life in general. A noble cause. But more so, the proof that when everything looks like it's going downhill, it's not going downhill everywhere. We're going up, chat. And we're going to continue to go up. And we're going to grow this into the best damn thing you've ever seen. And I'm not going to let anything stop me on that. I don't want it. Take your roadblocks back. I don't want it. And Prune, you beat me to it, my friend. It's the last of my almond Baileys. I figured, I've been having multiple milkshakes of them during Extra Life 2020. How nice would it be if I just actually... Okay, there's a little bit more upstairs. Not that special, alright? But, I I thought it'd be appropriate to take a drink in that we've had from the very beginning. Obviously, if you have prudent emotes, this is a very easy thing to do. But chat, this one's to you. Thank you very much. Thank you for everything you've done this year, for the past years, and for the 5th successful year of Extra Life. Cheers.